Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Tech Beans. Today we're going to be comparing the Xiaomi Mi 9 to the Redmi K20 Pro. Yes, flagship to flagship. The pricing on these phones are pretty close, and a lot of you guys were asking which one to buy. And in this video, we're going to compare the design, the displays, the battery, the speed, and finally the cameras. By the way, thank you so much Squarespace for sponsoring this video and making this comparison all possible. And of course, it's time to find out which one is actually the better buy. And without further ado, let the battle begin. No. Starting off with the design. Now both these phones have glass backs. The Redmi K20 Pro has Gorilla Glass 5 at the back and at the front. The Mi 9 on the other hand has a Gorilla Glass 5 back, but a Gorilla Glass 6 at the front. The Xiaomi Mi 9 is using a prism gradient back design right there. As you can see, when light touches it, you get that rainbow effect right there at the sides, and it goes across the phone just like that. Now the Redmi K20 Pro is one of the cooler designs I have seen this year. This is also gradient, by the way. It goes from black to red, but it does have that 3D fire effect right there. It's very cool, but some find it cringy. I'm not sure why. If you don't like this color, it does have this carbon black color, which kind of resembles the Pocophone F1. And it does have a blue color as well. Dimension-wise, the Xiaomi Mi 9 is taller, while the Redmi K20 Pro is wider. The Mi 9 is better for one-handed operations. I can't say the same for the K20 Pro. It's kind of hard to reach the other side. And the Mi 9 is also lighter. The K20 Pro is really heavy. Just look how thick that is on the K20 Pro. The Mi 9 is definitely thinner and sexier. But yeah, look at that camera bump. That's the camera bump. That's not good. Yeah, it doesn't sit flat on the table. Very wobbly as well. You don't get that on the K20 Pro, but it does still wobble on the table because it's kind of curved right here at the top. Speaking of the cameras, both of them have triple camera setups. They're not the same, and we'll check that out in a bit. But yeah, the placement of the cameras on the K20 Pro is at the middle. Reminds me of the Pocophone F1, while on the Xiaomi Mi 9, it's right here on the upper left corner. They have the same rainbow ring right there. They also both have LED flashes. Yep, the logo right here. And that's it for the back. At the bottom, they do have the same USB Type-C ports. The Mi 9 does have two speaker grills right there, but it's only outputting right here. The other one is actually a microphone input. The Redmi K20 Pro also has a speaker grill right here and the microphone input. And of course, the SIM tray. The SIM tray on the Mi 9 is placed here at the left side. Both do not support expandable storage. No micro SD card slot. Bummer. But the K20 Pro does have a 256GB variant. Something to consider. The Mi 9 only maxes out at 128. Bummer. And at the top, the K20 Pro does have a headphone jack. Oh my god. You do not know how much this pleases me. I've been using the Xiaomi Mi 9 as my daily driver, and it doesn't have a headphone jack. And yeah, I'm always using this. A dongle, which is just terrible. I'm always losing this in my bag. Like it's always lost in my bag. And yes, half of the time I always forget it. That is why a headphone jack is such a big deal for me. And get this, the K20 Pro has high resolution audio. So if you have compatible headphones, just like this, the sound quality is going to be amazing, just perfect for audiophiles, just like me. Well, the Mi 9 does have an IR blaster, well this one does not. That is the noise cancelling microphone, by the way. And of course, we can't forget about the selfie pop-up camera on the K20 Pro. I just think that's why this is very thick, because of that. But yep, it does remove the notch on the K20 Pro. As you can see, it's a full screen, no notch display. The Mi 9 still has the notch. Yep, still 2018. This is the future. And yeah, let's talk about it. The displays. The Mi 9 has a 6.39-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED water drop notch display. The Redmi K20 Pro, on the other hand, has a 6.39-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED notchless display. This is Gorilla Glass 6 and Gorilla Glass 5. But if you actually take a good look at it, the K20 Pro is a lot wider, has thinner bezels. Yes, this totally beats the Mi 9's display. The K20 Pro is just much better to look at, better at viewing movies and playing games. Just look at that. No obstructions to your view. It is a full screen, no notch experience. And look at this on the Mi 9. That looks so outdated. The K20 Pro is the future. Alright, let's do a quick speed test right here just to know which one is actually faster. I know their processors are the same, Snapdragon 855, but yep, no two phones are the same. Let's go. First off, it's the Google Play Store. Alright, that was very fast. Google Chrome. Okay, the Mi 9. Alright, and now for YouTube. Still first. This is always the case for YouTube, Google Chrome, and also Facebook. Boom, that was instant. That's always the case for the Redmi K20 Pro. They need to fix that. I've actually done a comparison between the K20 and the K20 Pro. This was actually much faster when loading the free apps right there. And yes, it's the optimization, not the actual power of the processor itself. As you will see here, Instagram, as you can see, faster. Google Maps, okay, good. Of course, let's try some games. Temple Run 2. And it looks like, yes, the Mi 9 first. But check that out, black bars. Okay, I think that's something you can fix on the settings. But of course, you don't get that on the K20 Pro. Asphalt 9. Okay, I think this is pretty much neck to neck. I don't think there's a phone that's gonna be slower, much slower. That's a split-second difference right there. What about Hungry Shark? Okay, and as you can see, the Mi 9 can still stand on its own, can still do it. It's still very fast. And yes, this is my daily driver. I've been using this for 3-4 months with all the apps, data, all installed in it. This is a brand new unit with very little apps installed. So that's impressive stuff from the Xiaomi Mi 9. Well, of course, finally, Mobile Legends. A very popular game here in my country. I always try to load this because, yeah, I always play this game. And there you go. But it wasn't that huge. Still a very fast phone. Both these guys are pretty much neck to neck. Now coming to the batteries, the K20 Pro has a huge 4000 mAh of battery. The Mi 9 only has a 3300 mAh battery. I'm actually going to do a complete battery drain test between the K20 Pro and a whole bunch of other phones. So yeah, that's coming up next. But yeah, let's go straight to charging. Based on my previous reviews on the Mi 9 and the K20 Pro, using the 27 watt charger from the Mi 9 on both phones, the K20 Pro was able to charge at 46% already in just 30 minutes. But the Xiaomi Mi 9 was able to charge up at 63% in the same time frame, and in just 1 hour, 97% already on the Xiaomi Mi 9. On the K20 Pro, it's still at 84%. And there you go guys, a 20-minute difference between the charging speeds. Well, it kind of makes sense because the K20 Pro has 700 mAh more battery. Now let's compare the cameras. Both these phones have 48 megapixel triple camera setups. The difference lies in the ultra-wide angle lens and the telephoto lens. The Mi 9 has bigger, better megapixels. Let's find out if it's actually much better. Alright, so I took a lot of photos on both phones. As you can see right here, the Xiaomi Mi 9 and the K20 Pro looks very similar. But I do notice that the K20 Pro has slightly higher contrast right there. Yep, it's just the contrast and the brightness, but detail-wise, they're pretty much the same. And here I took a photo of a flower using the telephoto lens. And detail-wise, there's more detail on the Mi 9. The K20 Pro does look much better because of the extra contrast and brightness. And coming to the ultra-wide angle lens, the K20 Pro has a much wider field of view. If you look at your lower right, you can see more plants right there. Also, look at the dynamic range on the K20 Pro. The lighting here is just more balanced compared to the Mi 9. It's pretty dark right here at the bottom. Now, selfie-wise, I look much more natural on the Mi 9. And the beautification on this is the same on both phones, on level 3. And here's the 4K video on both phones, and as you can see, the K20 Pro has a bump up saturation and contrast compared to the Xiaomi Mi 9. While the Mi 9 does have a color bump as well, just not as aggressive as the K20 Pro's color profile. They're also the same in low light. It's no surprise, they have the same sensor. And by the way, thank you so much Squarespace for sponsoring this video and for making this comparison all possible. Guys, if you don't know Squarespace yet, if you're currently into building websites or just planning out on making one, I do highly recommend you try out Squarespace. It's an all-in-one solution for creating beautiful and professional looking websites. They've got tons of templates to choose from. Everything is pretty much drag and drop. You can pretty much skip all the complexities that go into creating a website. With this, you can focus more on your business and less on the technical stuff. Trust me when I say this. I'm a web developer myself, and I know how hard it is to create a website from scratch. Save yourself from the trouble, and of course, a lot of time. Well, you can actually try it yourself. It is your lucky day. I've got a 10% discount coupon below. And of course, since we've got a sponsor today, we've got ourselves a giveaway. If you click the link below, you'll have a high chance of getting the Realme Free Pro. Yep, more info in the descriptions below, so please do check it out. And that's pretty much it for this comparison. Check out the prices right here. Here are some extra things that you need to know about the comparison. The Mi 9 does have some extra flagship features, such as wireless charging, and it does have a dedicated Google Assistant button right here. But yeah, the K20 Pro does have FM radio, which is cool. Well, so far, all of my needs are answered by the K20 Pro. A no-notch display, great cameras, a big battery, fast charging, a headphone jack with high-resolution audio, and yeah, I'm gonna change my daily driver from the Mi 9 to the K20 Pro. Up next on TechBeans, the full rain test between the K20 Pro, the K20, the Realme X, and of course some other phones. So be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss it. This is Vince Domingo from TechBeans, and I'll see you on the next video.